Hello.
Hey.
Tinsel Turds Mobile.
Yep.
Again.
Think this might be the new way to go. A lot easier.
Less time editing. Sorry.
Yeah, it's all right.
You get what you pay for, I suppose.
So we went...
We need your money. Please send it.
No, you don't send any money. We're good. So we went to the movies last night. We had free tickets.
Sponsored by T-Mobile.
Yeah, got free tickets from T-Mobile. A movie we've been anticipating and super excited about for quite a while. Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad.
Love Jared Leto. I'm a huge fan of the Joker, and I always have been. And every movie they've ever made the Joker in, Jack Nicholson, you can't beat him. Heath Ledger, incredible. I was interested in Harley Quinn. Will Smith. I think at one point during the movie, someone had farted, and
It summed up exactly how we felt about the movie.
it was a stinker.
It was a stinker.
It was really bad.
I gotta tell you, it was one of the most weird, confusing, hard-to-follow movies I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Just to give you a quick rundown of it, it's basically Batman villains.
But Batman's in it for 20 seconds total?
Yeah, about 20 seconds. Ben Affleck. Okay, so it's all the villains, and they're like, what if a Superman-type being came to Earth and decided they weren't good guys? We need someone to fight him. Okay, so from there, they gathered a group of people I've never heard of.
Yeah, we only ever heard of Harley Quinn.
Yeah, and they built this group.
Project X.
And, it was so bizarre, because they're like... They're introducing people. They're like, Will Smith, he's this sharpshooter guy.
Uh-huh.
And
Boomerang.
Harley Quinn is this girl who wears underwear and has a bat. And
then there's Boomerang, and he's Australian and has a boomerang that he has a drone on it.
yeah,
on his Samsung phone.
There's some crocodile guy, and then they introduce like a couple other people, and they're like, oh, this guy climbs a rope. You're like, okay, so. Now, as we've said before, we're not huge comic book people, so maybe it meant a lot more to the comic book people, but as an average, normal consumer of movies, non-comic book related...
a consumer of Batman movies who grew up in,
Michael Keaton's
Michael
Batman.
Keaton, Val
Adam West
Kilmer,
Batman.
not George West, what am I talking
Adam
about?
West.
George Clooney. We remember those Batmans and, the Oswald Cobblepot and Jack Nicholson and... even Heath Ledger a little bit, and we were so excited about this one because like I said, I love the Joker, and so I was really excited to see how, because Jared Leto is such a huge actor and he's such a big method actor, we thought that it was going to be a very dynamic and interesting take on the Joker.
And so the build-up for it was so amazing, and it seemed like it would be really layered. And worst Joker out of all of them so far.
And he was in it for 8 minutes?
And so there was Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
He's just kind of a creepy guy,
Yeah.
so it was kind of cool seeing him as Joker before.
Heath Ledger.
Deep
psychosis Joker.
I would say one of the best. Really added a lot to that role.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you want to include the Batman...
the TV
Adam
show,
West
yeah.
one. I think that guy was Caesar something.
Something like that, yeah.
But he did a pretty good job just, being him.
And we had anticipated so much for Jared Leto,
and it had such potential, and it just was a flop. He
really
was awful.
Well, and the whole movie was very, for me personally, I don't know that Dane agrees, but it was very, WTF, because there was aliens and there was meta creatures and supernatural shit.
Gods versus devils,
and it just
ancient aliens.
Yeah, it was
too much,
too convoluted, and it was like they were trying to include too much bullshit, and it didn't need to happen. And it was really disappointing.
Yeah.
Will Smith made the movie.
If it weren't for Will Smith, it would have been unwatchable.
Yeah, Will Smith was amazing because he adds everything to every movie he's in, and so he was a very amazing character.
And I'm glad they kind of centered on him for a lot of it. Huge step back for women in this movie. The two women main women. One was wearing underwear the whole time, or what you could conceive as pretty much underwear.
And she was also the obsessive, essentially submissive to the Joker, to her man. And that, I mean, that was her role.
So she was funny.
Yeah.
But at the same time, she was very. It just kind of was like two steps back for women.
Yeah.
And then the other girl or woman, she had like a midriff on, so it was a very like very sexual kind of thing, chauvinistic kind of movie. And I didn't like that about it. It didn't need to be there. I guess I don't know much about Harley Quinn though. From what I understand, that is what she wears.
Well, no, I had remembered her always wearing the black and
suit.
the jester suit is what I've never seen her in the underwear situation.
Yeah.
So it was just, I don't know. And I mean, that chick, I love her from Wolf of Wall Street, but
she was funny in the movie.
She was hilarious, but the stupid accent and
yeah. All right, so I'll do Dookie Dane's Double Flush. I'm just going to say the whole movie. There really is no specific thing, except it was just too hard to follow. Mm-hmm. It had too many weird things going on. Too many efforts to try to be hilarious. And the movie, at the end of it, it just didn't even really make sense when I was done. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, and then So that's my Dookie Dane's Double Flush. And then my golden turd? Glitter turd. The glitter turd. It's going to be Will Smith, because he was such a heartfelt character, and his backstory was really, like, solid and really heartfelt and really, really nice, and I think his whole thing kind of interlaced through the whole movie was really a nice touch, because it really, you felt for him, and you felt for, you could see him going through all the different iterations of, I'm a bad guy, I love my child, I'm battling whether or not I want to be a bad guy or not, and that was really cool to watch, and I mean, that was, I think, what made the movie, like you said. The rest of it was just a big fat turd. If I could interject a little glitter turd droplet, I thought that the cinematic effects that they pulled off in a couple scenes were really good. Yeah. To where I was like, wow, that was really cool. But then on the other hand, there were some shots where it was like, we're trying to be so artsy and cool. And they really weren't. It was just not good. It was just a cheap... They pulled it off a couple times. Some of it they did, but we had been so excited about it for so long, and it was such a disappointment. Like, we're not even going to take the kid, because I don't want to have to sit through it again. Paid to sit through it again. Okay. All right. So there you go. How many turds? How many turds? If you don't mind, I'd like to take this one. I would give it 2. Okay. And that's because Will Smith saved it. If it wasn't for him, I would have given it maybe half a turd. Oh, and then the makeup was really cool as well, and we liked that. The makeup was pretty good. 2. Yeah. All right, you guys. Go see it if you like the comic book junk, but really... Or if you just want, trash to just kind of take 2 hours of your life, or if you just like eating movie popcorn. Or if you got free tickets. From T-Mobile. Thank you for sponsoring this. Yeah. Not really our sponsor. No, they just gave away free tickets and we got them. So there you have it. Mm-hmm. If you want to watch a superhero movie that is fun, Deadpool. Yeah. That's the one you want. Or Defendor. Yeah. I don't think DC's doing it for me anymore. No. Yeah. All right, make sure you click like and subscribe and share this with your friends on your page. And thanks for watching.